Hi, it's Atoolred. Today I want to show you another artifact or another scrap from the museum that Satan is building for me, or the foot soldiers built for me. Here's another piece. It's again a part of 2018 collection. So you see, if you observe it carefully, it's got it's been broken over here, and what you see it's also tilted. So what is this? This is a fork. So the bike fork, a bicycle fork. As I told you, in 2018, in January, there was attempt on my life. There were many attempts on 2018, 666 equals 18, 6 plus 6 plus 6. So they broke my Hero Electric bike. I had a superb, smooth, very smooth drive Hero Electric. I was very proud of it. Never crashed on it. Was very happy with it. It was a beautiful bike, a black colored bike. So and it was excellent. I used to just plug it in and get up and ride it whenever I want. It was just always parked around, always plugged in, and it was always handy. It's one of the best things to have is an electric bike, believe me. And also doesn't make sound at all. They broke that too. They destroyed that. They took out the wires. That's the sad part about electric bikes, that once the wire is detached, it's very difficult to it has to go. You can use it immediately. So I had to it took me about 2-3 months to get back, 4-5 months to get back in shape. So they also broke my computer. So what did I do is I needed a vehicle. So obviously anybody would need a vehicle. So I bought this one. I bought a bike. Again, a Hero. I'll tell you about Hero later on. Hero is a very good company. And this is typical Indian product. You see, it's an Indian design. See, if you see the design, can you see the design? It's Indian design. If you see it carefully. So you can see it there. You see it's been cracked up over here. So this is part of a bicycle. So I got this bicycle, and obviously after you get knocked down in January, your computer is broken, which you depend on for your livelihood, and your electric bike, which you depend again on your livelihood to meet your customers and other people around town to do your daily work. Obviously your finance, plus you get knocked down in the head. I was beaten out, broken like a coconut. You know, they try to break my head like you break coconuts on the ground. So obviously I was low on finances, and after this one, it was totally zero. I really lost all my finances. So if you see it carefully, I'll show you. So it's like here it is. See, it is. See, here is broken. So you see this gap over here. There's no gap here. There's a gap here. It's yeah. So I bought this bike. Very expensive. It's a racer. It's another racing bike. Racing bike with a very thin tires, thin rim, thin frame, adult bike with a racing handle, with an extended racing handle, a little further apart, a racing handle a little further, like it's got an extension, so that the pulley can even be more adjusted to the fulcrum, to the movements of the force of the pedal. And also looks very smooth, like a cheetah. A person sitting on it looks like a cheetah going on. That's it. Like I told you, I'm a military diplomat's son, and he was a very highly qualified person. My dad taught me all this about pulleys and effort and how to minimize the load, effort and load, basically how to minimize and maximize on pulleys. So I got this, and one fine I decided to take it for a ride. So I was taking it for a ride 2-3 days, 5-6 days, and I have a habit of playing around with my vehicles. So in a couple of days, obviously, I started driving. I started pedaling without holding hands and without holding the bar. So I just sit on the bicycle, and start roaming, just going around, even turning the angles, even turning around like the corners on without holding the handlebar. So that obviously got, again, everybody started noticing it, and obviously nobody liked it. So why do I have to do all this again? So I parked my bicycle and went out for about 10 minutes, and I noticed another bike parked over there. It's following me. About it, when I returned, I saw a bike. And there was on the crossbar was written ZZZ. So ZZZ is very famous. There is 000. It's a very another horrible number. So I got up on my bicycle, and it was perfect. It was perfect for at least 10 days. It was perfect. And how do you verify that? Is that I took it to the mechanic, to the cycle mechanic. When I bought it, I had it checked up, I had it serviced, and he said it's perfect. There's nothing wrong. He even opened this part. He even adjusted this part when I told him to give a gapping on the wheels so that I could balance properly. So you do the gapping over here. Yeah, you see the gapping comes from here. This part. This is where the gapping comes from. So it helps in the balance, as well as you can add on other aspects to the bike. So like if you want to add a motor or a brake system or a disc brake, so or gears. So the bike, as I sat on the bike, it started wobbling. So I got down, and I noticed that this thing was twisted like this. So I immediately went back to my vendor, the mechanic, and I told him that there's something going wrong with this. So he said, yeah, it is. Someone has cracked it. I said, what do you mean? So you checked it out. So how do you say that somebody has cracked it? He said, if you see this closely, like there's a crack over here. So this crack does not come automatically, or it is not out of it doesn't come out of stress of you sitting on the bike, or stress or strain. It's not a human body. It's not a skeleton. So it comes only when someone kicks it, or beats it, or hammers it, or wrenches it, or even throws it around. And that's how, and you have to do it at least 10-20 times. Only then will it develop this kind of crack. Because if you see, this is hardcore, and it's branded too. So you see, it's branded. So it's a very tough metal, very tough metal. Hero's obviously, Hero's very tough. Hero's also the best company in India for bikes, and it is the major company in bikes. Moonjal is the name of the owner. I used to sit in his car when I was a kid, because one of my sisters used to be his friends, cousin sisters. So anyway, so that's why I like Hero too, and he was very good. Moonjal was an excellent guy. So I don't know where he is now, but anyway. So this thing, the mechanic told me that there is somebody following you, so obviously they did it at the right time. I said, no, you need to explain it to me. I know who's following me. So you see, this is the result of 2018. 666. The 666 effect. Now finally, the foot soldier has become so confident, he goes around kicking iron like this. You know, he can bend iron with his feet, with his foot.
8:30.
Instead of guarding society, guarding schools, guarding children, guarding education, guarding these kind of beautiful, beautiful inventions and products of the human mind. He's going around kicking it so that it just breaks up. Iron. You see, the foot soldier has become so tough that he can bend iron with his feet. So I don't know what to say, but I'll like to give a nice point here. So I'm very productive about everything. You know, I don't like to leave a sad note. So I'd like to add on a little bit over here. Like, if you go by this, if you see my card on the net, you'll see that I am very passionate about personality, voice, tone, and language. I train that. So let me tell you about this. You know, this resembles the trachea. So this is the trachea. This is the windpipe. This is a windpipe, and this is like your lungs. You see, this is the place. This is where it bifurcates and goes into your lungs. There's a valve over here in your system. You know, this is your windpipe. It goes down here, and then your lungs. So this is what it is. And you see, in India, the two religions are Buddhism and Mahavira. Buddha and Mahavira, they are mistaken to be the same, but they're not. So you see, when you go to Buddha, he's a different entity totally. He was a king who went into hibernation or rescue, and decided to give up his throne. But Mahavira is a different story. So if you see the statue of Mahavira, you will see that there is always something over here. You know, there is a point over here which is highlighted by the priest in his statues. So this is the point. You see, this is the point. This is the very point. Like, this is your windpipe. This is your windpipe. This is where the vocal cords are. This is your windpipe, larynx, and this is where he highlights it. And this is your these are the bifurcations which lead to your lungs, basically. So you're breathing. So this valve basically is like, if you stress these two parts where you bifurcate, if you don't exercise, this gets decayed. You know, this part gets decayed, and it causes a lot of stress in the mind, in all the body. Stamina is very important for all to develop, you know, to develop your personality, develop your voice, develop your accent, develop your total lifestyle. So this is just a reflection. So I noticed these things too. So in training, I'm very passionate about voice training. It's not about grammar or learning English, or it's not about anything else. It's more of an exercise. It's more about personality, my voice training. And if you have a chance, you must meet me to do it. It's very interesting, my training. So the other aspect is that if you're going to go on like this, like today I don't have food to eat, basically. I'm run down. This is the second vehicle within 7-8 months which is gone. So I had to spend a fortune to get onto this. So I don't know what to spend on. Should I spend on food? Should I spend on vehicle again and again? So if I get another vehicle for myself, the third one, fourth one, fifth one, how far should I go? Okay, so they say I'm a general's son, a military diplomat's son. I should be having a Merc, or I'll say a Jaguar XJS, or maybe a Lotus Esprit. But where are they? What would happen to them if they were parked outside my house right now? if this is the state of this one, and that's the state of my Hero Electric, what would have happened to the Merc or Merc 960 Sports, the one on Automobile Association book, the AA book of world cars, or the Jaguar XJS, or the Lotus Esprit. So what would have happened to that? Basically, I'm run down so much that I don't have cash for food. Really, I'm begging for food. I'm begging. I love sweets, I love Indian sweets. I've been begging for sweets for the last 7, 8. If I don't eat sweets, I go. I get very, very tense. It's a beautiful feeling. I love beautiful feelings. So when I come across a gate, all these women are there. They don't talk to me. So all these educated, no, semi-educated women, and they're always offering sweets to the guards and the foot soldiers, and they're always eating sweets and laughing at me. It's been going on for the last 2 months now. Because they know I don't have sweets to eat, and I've been asking for sweets and didn't get sweets. I'm begging for food. So it looks pretty strange, but it's a reality. So anyway, let's see when will this foot soldier crack me and kick my soul out of my body. That's all I have hope for. I hope he does it quickly, because I'm suffering a lot. So anyway, I just want to say that my fans think I'm dead. Basically, I'm not dead, I'm dying, but I will be dead. So my fans think I'm dead. So I would appreciate if you could share this link with everybody to say that I'm not dead as yet, I'm still dying. So if you they should know that what's up. It's been such a nice project going on. This internet communications, there's so much of fun, and I wish it could last on for the rest of my life. But I don't know. So I hope that the adult millennium will do something better for us, and I hope we will get out of this. But I would appreciate it if you would share this link with all my fans. So, hail, perfect. Atoolred copyright.